Welcome back to First Step to Love, a clean, no-spice, cozy romance novella with rom-com humor by Lani Evans. Don't forget to subscribe and give this chapter a thumbs up if you're enjoying the story. Your support helps me bring you more green flag romance with humor and heart. Now, let's head back to Asheville, North Carolina, and pick up where we left off with Lila and Desmond.
Chapter 2. Desmond. I'm pretty sure I'm wearing my hydration pack backward. The straps keep sliding off my shoulders, and the tube thing is definitely not supposed to be whacking me in the face every time I move. But hey, the YouTube tutorial made it look easy, and the sales guy at the Trail Stop Outfitters assured me this was essential gear for hiking. Standing in line at the Honey Ridge coffee shop, I try to casually adjust the straps without looking like I'm having a wrestling match with my own backpack. The woman in front of me keeps throwing concerned glances over her shoulder. I can't blame her. I probably look like a malfunctioning hiking robot.
Welcome to Honey Ridge.
The barista's warm, friendly voice is a stark contrast to my current state of controlled chaos.
What can I get started for you?
I step forward, almost tripping over my brand new hiking boots, which, by the way, nobody mentioned would be this stiff, and find myself face to face with a pair of kind green eyes and a name tag that reads Lila. Hi, I squint at the menu board, trying to decipher what feels like a foreign language. What would you recommend for someone who's about to attempt their first hike and is seriously questioning their life choices? A smile tugs at the corner of her mouth.
That depends. Are we talking casual nature walk or scaling Mount Mitchell before lunch?
Honestly, I wrestle with the hydration pack's tube again. I have no idea. I just moved here from Chicago, bought all this gear online, and now I'm realizing I probably should have done this in reverse order. Figure out the hike first, then buy the gear. She actually laughs at that, but it's not unkind.
Well, you came to the right place, both for coffee and hiking advice. But let's start with the coffee,
she says, her eyes twinkling.
Something tells me you could use the caffeine before we tackle the hiking situation.
Yes, please. I lean against the counter, trying to look casual despite the backpack's persistent attempts to throw me off balance. Whatever you recommend. I'm usually a plain coffee kind of guy, but today feels more like a help me look less like a walking sporting goods store explosion kind of day. She starts crafting something with practiced ease.
So what brought you to Asheville, besides our amazing hiking trails that you haven't tried yet?
Work, actually. I'm a software developer. Remote work? Figured if I could live anywhere, why not somewhere with mountains? I watch her hands move confidently between different machines and containers. Chicago's great, but the highest elevation there is the Willis Tower observation deck.
Here you go.
She slides a steaming cup across the counter.
Honey lavender latte, calming, energizing, and very Asheville.
I take a sip and my eyebrows shoot up. Okay, wow. This is nothing like my usual sad microwave coffee.
I'll take that as a compliment.
She grins. The morning rush seems to have died down, and she leans forward slightly.
Now, about that hiking situation. Want to tell me what trails you were thinking about?
Well, I pull out my phone, opening the Notes app, where I've saved approximately 37 different trail names. I was thinking maybe Mount Mitchell, or that Dragon's Backbone thing everyone talks about. Her eyes widen slightly.
Dragon's Backbone? You mean Dragon's Tooth? That's actually in Virginia, and definitely not for beginners.
She studies my obviously new gear.
How about we start with something a little more survivable?
That obvious, huh? I gesture to my mismatched ensemble. The videos made it look so simple, though none of them mention that hiking boots feel like wearing cement blocks.
They need breaking in,
she explains, then glances at the clock.
Look, my break's in 10 minutes. If you don't mind waiting, I could actually draw you a map of some good starter trails.
That would be amazing, I say, probably too enthusiastically. But hey, when you're drowning in hiking gear and confusion, you grab any lifeline you can get. I promise to buy another one of these magical lattes in return. She laughs again, and I notice a few freckles across her nose when she smiles.
Deal. Why don't you grab a seat by the window? Just try not to get tangled in your hydration pack on the way.
I make my way to a small table, only slightly stumbling over my own boots. Through the window, I watch actual hikers pass by, looking completely at ease in their gear. They make it look effortless, like they were born wearing moisture-wicking fabrics and knowing how to use carabiners. 10 minutes later, Lila appears at my table with another latte and a handful of napkins. She's pulled her auburn hair back into what might be an even messier bun than before, but somehow it works.
Okay, hiking 101.
She says, spreading out the napkins and starting to draw what looks like a map.
These are the trails I'd recommend for beginners. Bent Creek is basically a nice walk in the woods, perfect for breaking in those boots. And this one,
She draws another line.
is the Botanical Gardens Trail. Short, sweet, and you can pretend you're there for the plants if the hiking part doesn't work out.
You seem to know a lot about this, I say, watching her add little landmarks to her napkin map. She pauses, a flicker of uncertainty crossing her face.
Actually, I'm kind of new to it too. I mean, I know the trails from customer stories, but I haven't really...
She trails off, tapping her pen against the napkin. No way! You seem so confident that I thought you were some kind of hiking guru?
Hardly.
She snorts.
I've got the boots and everything, but they're still sitting in my car, tags attached.
An idea hits me, probably the kind of impulsive thought that my sister would tell me to sleep on first. But hey, I moved to Asheville on a whim, so clearly impulse control isn't my strong suit. We should go together, the words burst out before I can second guess them. Think about it. You know the trails in theory, and I have all this ridiculous gear I don't know how to use. Together, we might add up to one functional hiker. She bites her lip, considering.
I don't know.
Come on, I press, feeling oddly excited about this possibility. What's the worst that could happen?
Well, considering you're wearing your hydration pack backward?
She points out, but a smile tugs at her lips. See? Perfect example. You could help me figure out which way is up, and I could, I glance down at my gear, trying to think of what I bring to this potential partnership. I could carry extra snacks? She laughs, shaking her head.
You're ridiculous.
I prefer to think of it as charmingly unprepared. I give her my best hopeful look. What do you say? Saturday morning? We could start with your Bent Creek suggestion. I promise to only fall down a reasonable number of times. There's a brief moment of hesitation, and I can almost see her weighing the pros and cons. Finally, she pulls out her phone.
Saturday,
She says, trying to sound firm but not quite hiding her smile.
8 a.m. I'm bringing a friend. Oh, and I'm also bringing a first aid kit.
Probably wise. I grin as I program her number into my phone. I should warn you, though, I'm probably going to get lost trying to find the trailhead.
Good thing I know where it is then.
She stands up, straightening her apron.
At least in theory.
That's a start. What snacks should I bring? I ask.
Pancakes.
Lila says with a laugh as she rolls her eyes and walks back to her counter. As I leave the coffee shop, hydration pack still backward but spirit considerably lifted, I think that maybe getting lost isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes it leads you exactly where you need to be, even if you're wearing your gear wrong when you get there.